out here, and this is the Northern Lights. So blurry, but like so cool.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's 11:37.
Wow. So magical. So magical. Okay, well, I'm about to go on a walk and I'm gonna take you guys on a little hike with me. But first, girls gotta eat. Ew. Ew. I really do hate when you're eating meat and like something weird pops up and you're like, that is not okay. Like, I'm eating chicken, don't remind me. Like, I am one of those people who is like totally okay with eating weird things though. Like, I like canned fish and I don't care. I'm not like grossed out about anything. Yeah, I'm like really not a picky eater. And low-key, I actually cannot stand picky eaters. Like, I really, really, really can't. I feel bad for that, but I can't rationalize with it. It bothers me so much. I'm like, what are you afraid of? Like, to me, it's just weird. Like, why are you afraid to try something? It makes no sense. It's not like I understand being afraid to try like skydiving or something like that, but you're not gonna die if you taste something you don't like. You just like move on. You're like, oh, I didn't like that, and move on. But I am not a fan of picky eaters at all. And more so like on a philosophical level, because I'm like, what's going on? Like, are you just afraid to try things in life? I think it's like, ew. You have like an actual fear of something, an irrational fear. I was picky eater when I was younger, but that's like because you don't understand the world. I don't know what the rationing behind it was when I was like a picky eater, because I remember I really didn't like saucy things. Like, all my food had to be really, really, really dry. Too bad I like can't remember what I was afraid of, because that's the thing with me. Like, you get frustrated with things you don't understand, and with picky eaters, like, I have a really hard time empathizing with them. I'm like, because I can't understand what's going on. I'm like, just try it. But oh my god, these chicken legs are trying to kill me. There's like literally spiky ass bones in here. That's like actually gonna puncture through my intestine and cause me to go septic. Cause me to go sepsis. What am I trying to say? Septic? Yeah, don't want that. No. Oh my god, I was having this thought with my boyfriend the other day, and I was like, we were eating a brownie, and I was like, why is it so good? Like, we were eating it, and both of us were like, oh my god, like, this is so good, like, yum. And I was saying, like, okay, don't you think it's smarter if we didn't have taste buds? Like, isn't like taste buds technically like an evolutionary flaw? Because if we didn't have taste buds, we would just like kind of be like, oh, I ate that and it made me feel the best. I'm like, doesn't my body know that like eating an entire cake is gonna like bother it? Why doesn't my body be like, yeah, eat like the kale and steak, it's gonna make you feel so much better. But like, I crave the brownie. And yeah, we were eating it, and I was trying to like really kind of like dissect like the feeling that I was getting from eating it. I was like, why am I enjoying this? I really, really can't figure it out. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but like as I'm eating it, I'm like, okay, like something about like the texture in my mouth, the sugar maybe or something. And then I was thinking, okay, like, does it taste so good because my body's recognizing the sugar in it and is like, okay, that's like an energy source. Like, we need this. But now it doesn't need that. And I'm like, okay, but even still, like, I don't think animals necessarily have taste buds. I really, really don't, because I watched this video of a lion eating an intestine and it was kind of fucked. And lions seem to be pretty healthy doing whatever they're doing. So what happened with humans? Like, to me, it seems like, and I could be totally and 100% completely wrong, but it seems like we are the only species that like craves this sugar. Actually, maybe I am wrong. But yeah, next time you eat something and you're really enjoying it, try to figure out why. Because I can't comprehend, or I can't come up with the words, like I can't figure out what's going on in my body. It's almost like an orgasm. Like you're like, I don't know why, but it feels good. And like, yeah, I just think taste buds are so strange. Like something's up. And I was saying to my boyfriend, I was like, I wonder if this brownie tastes the same to us. Like, I wonder if this brownie is like, because you know how sometimes you're like, oh, if maybe my green, like the green I see is not the same green you see. And people obviously 100% have different taste buds. Like that's totally real. Like people crave different foods. And then I'm like, oh my God, I go so down this rabbit hole of being like, is cravings or favorite foods like nurture versus nature? Like my favorite food, hands down, over anything, I have two favorite foods. One is poutine and the other one is chocolate covered strawberries. And I'm like confused. I'm like, did something happen in my childhood where I ate a chocolate covered strawberry and it was like the best day of my life? And now I like correlate those two together? Or like, what's going on? Maybe my, like in my mind, I'm like, maybe my body digests the chocolate covered strawberries the best. So it is craving that. It loves it, like the fruit. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I really, really can't. So what is going on? How do people develop different taste buds? It makes absolutely no sense to me. And I don't understand why some people, okay, again, this is another thing. I convinced myself that people crave really sugary things, but my mom is not a sweets girly. Like she does not like sweets. So that kind of puts my theory to like shit. Like she loves chips. And I don't think chips are a really good source of energy. So why does she crave chips? What is going on? Somebody, I really need to know. Like, what is up with the cravings, okay? And like, why? Because like my dog literally ate its own shit. Like you cannot tell me my dog had taste buds. It was just eating for survival. That would have benefited us so much as a human race. So I really don't understand where the development of taste buds came from. If they are like a relatively new thing in our evolution. And I don't mean like new as in like it came around 200 years ago. I just mean like, I don't know, when we were like Australopithecus or whatever, if we had taste buds. Yeah, so just wondering if anyone can figure that out for me. That would be interesting. Because I would love to just eat good shit for me, but instead I fucking love chocolate covered strawberries and I love brownies and it's not doing me any good. Why does my body not know that? Why is it craving random shit it doesn't need? And at one point I thought I craved chocolate because of the magnesium in it, but I take magnesium every day and I still crave chocolate. So why does my body want it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Another thing that I find really interesting is like how food was like traded and stuff. Like so much of what we eat is now like global. Like my ancestors never had a fucking pineapple in their life or a mango or any sort of tropical fruit. But what I like came to realize in my random ass searches at night was that like even like things like garlic and tomato are not native to Italy or like Europe. Like so much of our food comes from the Americas, which is crazy to think. I'm like, okay, so what were people in England eating? Like they really like had such limited options. Like they had berries, they had root vegetables, and like that was it. Okay, like they did not have garlic. I think we should double check that, but I really do think garlic was new. So I'm like, oh my God, these people had to eat like the same thing all the time. And then like in the 1700s, they brought over sugar huge mistake for multiple reasons, but it's like, imagine tasting sugar for the first time. God, biting into a mango in like your 30s. Oh my God, that would really be something else. I also kind of read that their cooking, more so in like the Tudor era, was not actually, okay, I'm always like nervous to say what I learned because I might be completely wrong, but what I kind of got from it is that they weren't actually like cooking like a dish. Like they cooked everything separately, and then like you kind of sat down and all of the food was like presented, but the concept of like mixing and like creating a dish, like a singular dish for someone, was like not yet created. So you would like sit down, there'd be like duck and fish and bread and like potatoes, but there wouldn't be like a singular plate of like all these things with like a nice sauce and all that shit. And I was like, wow, like imagine the first guy to be like, I'm actually gonna put the bread and the chicken together and like create a chicken parm or something. I'm so fascinated by the way things used to be. I'm obsessed. I just will think about something really random when I'm doing something and I'll be like, I wonder how people used to do this. Fat person in the 1600s is what it took for me to be like, wow, kings must have a lot of money. Yeah. So those are my lunch thoughts. Hope it makes you think.